What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you back to Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance. In the last episode, we went through the forest there to my right. Why can't I remember the name of the forest? Kalima Forest! Kalima! That's... I don't know why I blanked on that for a moment. That's right, because we have to save the people of Kalima, all been turned into trees by Tret the Tree. T-R-E-T, Tret. I think I kept calling him Trent, like an N in there, but whatever. I don't think it really matters much. We beat the evil spirit that took over Tret. We made his good side come out, but he is too weak to turn everybody back into people. So we must now head north in order to be able to save everyone. Now we're going to head back down over this way, and we're going to go through a bunch of fights and everything. I mean, then we're just going to have like guys that we need to beat up along the way. Let's go ahead and just synergy these things out. Quake, and we'll... Zero fire and some plasma. So I think I mentioned this in one of the previous episodes, but one of the things that... Wow, am I killing these guys? Oh, I thought I was killing them in one shot. I was like, that's actually pretty good. It shows how strong we've gotten. Wow, of course the freaking rat soldier. Alright, so that leads me to believe that I can most likely knock things down with Ivan's lightning. Anyway, in terms of what I'm doing this particular order, you could have gone where I'm going next. Yeah, push. Before you came over this way. It's kind of a split in the storyline. You could have went north, you could have went east. I decided to go east, like I said, just for the extra Djinn and for the extra experience in storyline. Do I want to stop at that? Alright, hold on one second. Alright, there we go. I just kind of wanted to jump in order to like heal up my guys. Plus, I've decided to make Ivan my secondary healer, so he has not only the healing ring, which I think might not have that many uses left in it before it breaks, so I also loaded him up with some herbs. So it's like free healing in a way. He can throw out the healing ring, he can throw out some herbs and not have to worry about using any synergy, and it's just kind of another healer in the group. So we're going to head north now, which is kind of the way that, like I said, the story wants you to go, but at the same time, you don't have to right away. You can probably guess where we're heading. Well, it was right above there. Alright, so we have two rats that appear. So that means I could do this. Nice plasma shot. And they both die? Yeah, one. No, you didn't die. Wow, he still didn't die? Wow, defending really does knock down a lot of stuff. Howling stun voltage. Excellent work. Perfect. Anyway, as you can see up north, we are heading to a very cold area. It is kind of the winter wonderland that's up there in the north. A little bit of a like twisty, turny path in order to get to it. You can actually start seeing the cave up there that we're going to be going to. Got some zombies, got some ghosts. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just do Quake. Couldn't decide what I wanted to hit them with. I'll just do a standard ray. There we go. Work! Now, the next area that we're going to be going into is I don't even want to call it a dungeon. It's really not that much of a dungeon. It's just a small area that actually has some good stuff to it. You may think, like we found with the turtle boots, that you may find stuff here. Unfortunately, I go and I hit buttons. Nothing there. And then over here to the left is like this weird land mass of sorts that you would think would be something, but unfortunately it is not. Go ahead and just, you know what, no, we'll attack you, and then you can just plasma this group. Because that should kill those two rats. Yeah, one. Ah, man, one. Oh, and Garrett's gonna defend. Yep. Oh, you jerk. Alright, hit that guy, and you'll be able to kill him, I bet. Or he just dodges it. That's a thing that happens. Very good. Oy. Now I gotta start running around in order to try to gain back some synergy points that the guys lost. But yeah, over here is just kind of a dead end. There's nothing over here, not even anything that you can pick up on the ground, at least as far as I know of anyway. So, interesting choice to add to the map, but we are more worried about this cave, which actually happens to be the Bilibin Cave entrance. I believe that there are other random battles in here, so of course, you know, I'll just be running into stuff, and there are new enemies and all that other stuff. So you can come over here, go right into the entrance there, swing up and around and be done. It's actually really quick to get in and out of this. But there are items here that we want to get, and as you can see, there's this really funky plant thing here that is shifting around. This is going to be one of the few times that I will go into my Djinn and kind of mess with stuff. I am going to give... because you can't... Everyone has to have even amount of dinge, or as even as it can be. So it's like, I can't take forge and give it to Isaac. I have to actually take either flint or granite and then give it to Garrett for this to happen. So we'll do granite, and we're gonna give it to Garrett. And as you can see, he's changed. He goes from a guard to a brute, and Isaac goes back to a squire. I'm not gonna change that to the side because this is only gonna be a temporary thing. I'm gonna go to Garrett. Yeah, here we go. So as you can see, he has now gained 2 new synergy. He has gained growth and he has gained blast, but he loses flare and flare wall. That it, right? Oh, and he also loses fire and volcano, so it's kind of not that good. Plus, look at that stat difference. Like, yeah, his agility goes up, which is great, and so does his attack, but everything else drops pretty... it's really even not that bad. I may have to experiment with this a little bit. Anywho, we'll make Garrett a brute for the time being. We'll go on over here. We'll go ahead and use our synergy and grow. Excellent. And now, just for the sake of it all, let's move this on back. Here we are. And there we go. Now, I will be experimenting a little bit later. I'd like to have probably about 5 Djinn each in order to be able to really start switching things around and seeing like what different classes I can make everyone. But for right now, every time we run into a new Djinn, I'm just going to kind of give it to its proper elemental partner and be at that. So I went around, going up, and I should be able to come all the way up here to a box. Perfect. We check the chest. And it is the Elven Reaper, a very, very nice weapon that I want to give to Isaac. Gives him a new howling ability. The Light Blade unleashes Vorpal Slash. And look at that attack jump. Holy crap. That's also because he still only has the Bandit Sword on, which doesn't really do much anyway. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to equip that to him. And I think... anybody... oh, well, it doesn't matter. It drops everyone's... everyone's attack overall. So it was a really cool weapon to have at first, like a really nice start, introduction of sorts to the way that the weapons howl and do those special techniques. So, yeah, we're going to sell that. I believe there is an item right here, but we can't see it because we don't have the ability to. So for right now, let's head on down. We need to head this way. We need to run into a new enemy. There we are. Let's go ahead and fight the Ghoul, level 12 enemy, 99 HP, no synergy point, give you 34 experience, 42 coins, possibly you can drop an antidote, and is weak versus fire. Man, I really wish that we had some fire type Djinn. Alright, so let's just go ahead and hit this guy with all we got. Strike, 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 and dead. Alright, well that was kind of boring, I apologize for that. I was kind of hoping that maybe there'd be some howling going on or something like that. Wonder, here we go, another new enemy has joined the fray. Like, we're used to the troll, which is next to him, but we have not seen the gnome yet, at least I don't believe so. So, here we are. Level 11 enemy, 85 HP, 5 synergy points, give you 29 experience, 40 coins, can possibly drop oil drops. His synergy that he has on him, he can cast Bolt, he can cast Flare, he can guard, which is like a defense increase, and he is weak against water techniques. So again, we don't have any water techniques in order to fight against him, but we can just strike him normally. So we're gonna head do that and have Garrett actually attack the troll, and you will plasma them both like so. Yeah, bang bang. Here we are. Yeah, love it. That's such a great animation. Just the slash that comes across the screen and everything. It's just so cool. Boom! Stun him or kill him, that works too. Everyone goes down. No one has gained experience yet. Alright, that's cool. Nope. Not this. Where am I heading? I think I actually think I have to leave now. And I gotta go back through the front of this particular... yeah! This particular, dungeony cave experience thing. Let me head back down this way. No, that's exactly where I needed to head. I had to go right into here. And then it should take me... because there's another, like, item that I can get in here, I think. I'm just gonna keep fighting these guys. Plus my synergy is coming back, so that's always a good thing. Can we kill it? Thank you. Hey, any experience is good experience. let's go around this way. There's actually a few different items that you can get in this. Aha, I think is where I have to go. Yeah, alright. So, let me kill these guys. Die. Why don't you go ahead and just fire them, and then you strike this. I was hoping maybe you would do a little bit more damage. Nice. Fire. They're weak against this, so at least one will die. Cannibal Flare. Oh, wow. Okay. 25 HP restored, you jerk. Everyone, hit him with something good. Or a stick and the swords, and that's fine. Alright, good. Perfect. So, yeah. So, up there is a few more items that you could possibly collect. You would use, like, these little ice things in order to jump across and get to different ledges. However, there is a fire burning there, from what? I have no idea. But that is causing the ice pillar here to melt. So we need to find a way to douse the fire and then freeze the ice. And that was some hintage right there. Not that you'd be able to do anything like that now. Anywho. Right here. Oh, jeez. Alright, it's a gnome. Let's go ahead and just kill this thing. Nice. Good shot. It's stunned. And it died. Same thing here. You would need to find a way to get rid of this fire in order to make the pillar here, in order to move it up, in order to be able to get back chests up there. So I'm not going to spoil about what they are. They just kind of are. Over here, if you push this way, and this is kind of the example I was leading to, you put fire next to it, and it turns into a puddle. Now, you didn't need to do that. You could have just went straight down that way, and that's the end of the cave. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. And it looks like I actually can get that chest over here. Oh, nice, good. I was wondering when we were going to run into this last enemy. Another new enemy in this area, the Ooze, related to Ivan. Level 15 enemy, HP 72, no synergy, 26 experience, 40 coins, could drop herbs, and is weak to fire magic. That's really about it on these guys. We really need to get some type of good fire Djinn. That would be awesome. Hit you. No one's weak to fire, so let's just do a nice firewall, and we will... Let's use Whirlwind. We haven't seen Whirlwind in a while. Big tornado hitting everything. Vorpal Slashers will probably kill this guy. And a Flare Wall, which will burn the uses. Okay, only one died. Ah! Wow. Weird thing. Yeah, so those things are pretty much the upgrades of the slimes that we saw before. The slimes were like greenish color, and those guys are blue. So we go ahead and we open this. Ah, here we are. Nice. The vial. That's what I thought was in here. Alright, cool. And then you would, I think at some point we'd be able to then just move these pillars around and we can actually jump from them one to one in order to be able to get to the other sections of this cave. So, more items that we would need from here, but nothing we can get as of yet. There we are. You know, of course, like, the one battle that I decided to cut from this entire round, and somebody actually levels up. Wonderful. So, Isaac is now a level 10 Knight. He has mastered Cure Well. Knight's Cure Well. Maximum HP 8, PP by 3, attack raises by 3, defense by 1, agility by 4, 164 coins. That also probably means that our other guys are close to leveling up as well. Come on. 56 for you, and 143 for you. Alright, well, we'll definitely be able to make that for Ivan before we head to where we gotta get to. So here we are, the Great White North. We got a nice big ocean right ahead of us. I think if I open up the main map, that's not it. That's not it. Where's my main map? Oh, here we are, yeah. So yeah, we are way to the north of the continent. So... yeah, that's just like the ocean to nothingness. So I guess there's a whole nother part on the other side of this map that we can't see. Actually, I'm pretty sure there is, and that's what Golden Sun 2 is. So we're going to head over this way, run into a few more oozes. Yeah, these guys aren't really worth too much. Actually, let's go back to Cure Well. Hold on a second. So Cure is 70, and Cure Well is 150. It's still only single target, but it is a much better cure spell. So actually, I'm going to do that on Garrett, just to kind of get him a little bit better off in terms of the health-wise. Because unfortunately, this next town you go to isn't really going to be that helpful to you, because there's problems plaguing that as well. Remember how long ago that I spent all that time on that one village to get, like, Garrett an awesome weapon, and then kind of deck everybody out in the best stuff that I possibly can? It's because you will not run into a shop for quite a while. And in addition to that, you'll be running into creatures like this. Oh my god, that is... actually kind of scary. Wow, these are maulers? Wow. Alright, so giant bears These guys are level 9, 109 HP, no synergy points, give you 37 experience, 45 coins, possibly can drop nuts, which is interesting, and they are weak to fire. I don't think we ran into anything else previously to that. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think we ran into anything else. There's other ones that these things become later on. So let's just go ahead and let me see what I want to do here. Everything else is pretty even across the board. They have a lot of resistance to Jupiter magic, it looks like, but Earth magic should be fine. So we'll do that. We will then do flare wall this way, and might as well just go ahead and plasma them anywho. Strike. Wake. Alright, that really didn't do anything at all. Yep. And dead. Perfect. Excellent. The Maulers go down, 74 experience, and Ivan is now a level 10 magician. His HP goes up by 7, PP by 3, attack by 3, defense by 1, agility by 4, 90 coins. Where is Garrett's level? His is coming next. And I'm walking on this sheet of ice right here, and that is terrifying. So you gotta go up and around, you gotta just kind of observe your surroundings here in the northern area of the map. Garrett is really down on his PP right now. And we'll just concentrate all on one. Pretty cool aesthetic up here, which, you know, pun not necessarily. What? Wait a minute, where'd you come from? Oh, okay, wow. Apparently ooze number 3 wanted to have some fun too. There we are, kill you, strike. Nice critical hit. Wow, I never knew that they could just kind of join the battle for no reason whatsoever. Vorpal slash. There we are. Nice. There you are, Garrett. You are now level 10 guard. Awesome. Maximum HP raises by 8, PP by 3, attack by 4, defense by 1, agility by 4, 120 coins. Getting a lot of coins, which is great. I also am looking forward to getting Isaac and Garrett up probably another 3 and 2 levels, I believe. You're 13 and you're 12. You get some really good spells, really good synergies at those levels. So, I mean, I'm not going to really... You don't really need to do grinding in this game. Grinding is not necessarily something that is needed in order to be able to advance or whatever. But it is very helpful, especially when going up against stronger enemies, because, you know, this game... Somehow, someway, this game, like, just kind of goes nuts with its difficulty. Like, you're doing really well with it, and then all of a sudden, it's like enemies just start dishing out a ridiculous amount of damage. So it's always good to try to stay a little bit ahead of the curve. Yeah, ow, wow, look at that, see? I mean, Ivan doesn't have much to do with him anyway, but even still, holy crap, that was one hell of a hit. Here we go, like that, stir him up, which is good. Just keep striking out. Oh, here he goes again! Oh, jeez, even Garrett took a straight-on maul into the face. Wow, 115 experience, not bad. Alright, so, as you can see right here, we have ourselves the Mercury Lighthouse. There it is, straight ahead of us. But we don't want to go to that yet. No, we have other things that we need to do. First, we have ourselves a town right here. This is the town of Emil. Emil? I don't really know. I-M-I-L, something like that. And, this, like, sleepy northern town or whatever, it would be a place that you'd be like, alright, cool, let's go ahead and rest up and buy stuff and all kinds of good things along that ways. But, honestly, you can't, because if you talk to people, hi, are you new to... Yes, I am new to Emil. I should warn you, there's a bad cold going around now. Try not to catch it. And, like, by bad cold, he means, like, people are bedridden for days. Like, this is, like, on the verge of death. Can I read your mind? Nope, I can move you. Nope, I don't want to move you. What? What was that? Did I scare him? I think I scared him. Oh, I don't know. Can I read your mind? There we are. We've had a lot of strangers lately. I wonder if they're going to Mercury Lighthouse, too. Ooh, there's other people that went there? No way. Let's see what I've got in here. I think I can use this inn. Are we still able? Yes, welcome to our inn, 24 new. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's listen to this. Ah, the sounds of healing. I like it. I did, actually. Do you have anything to say? So many customers. It just goes to show you good things happen if you work hard. There you go, boys and girls. There's your lesson for the day. What do you have to say? They're only inn that stays open in the winter, since guests are so few. We'll wait on you hand and foot, so please stay a while. I did already. Now what can you tell me? Winters are tough here, so I'm glad to have guests to talk to. going to give them the best service I can. Alright, that's good. So, bring me my meal, woman. Let's go. Yes? Good? Thank you. Who are you? Do you want to see the restaurant menu? Yes, I do, actually. Well, we're a small town, mind you, so the selection isn't great. Do you recommend anything in your mind? We don't get to eat many fancy meals in the winter. Tasty stew would be a real treat. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with a real treat. Anything in the fire? Nothing in the fire. Anything in this pot? Some lucky pepper. Look at that. We're taking your spices. So what is the lucky pepper over here? The lucky pepper is another stat boosting ability, and of course, as you guess, it raises luck. And I believe luck influences, what does it influence? It influences critical hit, and I think it also influences how often your weapons howl. It may also influence other things like resistance to status. I'm pretty sure I may have talked about this at some point. So, let me see here. So you have a 5 luck, you have a 4 luck, you have a 4 luck. I'm actually going to give it to Isaac. Give him a 6 luck. Yeah, that sounds good. I like it. Very good. Lucky me. That was awesome. What's up here? Just apparently where we slept in the bed. 1 room, 2 beds, 3 guys. That's weird. Alright, let's head on outside. There are storyline elements that I want to do here. There are things that you need to do in order to progress to the next section. But before that, I'm just going to rob houses. This is very important. This empty vial is a very important item. You must remember that item because we are going to need it for something coming up. There's a chest right there. So now if you wanted to go in to an armor or weapon shop, you'll notice there's nobody behind the counter. That's because everyone over here is sick. We're closed. Sorry, I'm a little cranky when I'm sick. I'll open up the shop when I get better. See, this is what I mean. We bought all that stuff way back in Bilibin several episodes ago, and here we are multiple towns later, and I still can't buy anything, which is crazy. Nothing in there. I don't actually think there's anything in these. Is there? No. How about in this one? Nope. Yeah. How about in here? Nope. One more check. Nope. Nothing in there. Okay. Just making sure. And then you can talk to the other guy too, and he'll be like, yeah, I'm not selling anything either. This is where I want to go. Up here? No, there actually should have been something in that. Yeah. Hold on a second. Come on. Come on, old man. Stop holding out on me. What? I could swear there was something in here. No. There it is. Man, I must not have been in the right spot. Sleep bomb. Very nice. Again, just selling fodder for me personally. But if you did want items or to buy and sell items, you can come over here and talk to the little girl. Because, like, her mother's sick back here, but the little girl will still, sell you stuff and everything. So you can go into here, you can sell, you can repair stuff, which I probably should have did that. Probably should have used the ring. And then, can I? No, I can't because everyone's healed. Probably should have used the ring till it broke and then brought it to her to repair it. But that's alright. What else is in this town that I can show off really quickly? Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay, so we have a suspicious-looking snowman right here. What I can do is I can move him right onto the ice, and what that does is it creates a barrier. Now, this ice... Wow, you are really convulsing, my friend. Oh, no. Is Mia here? No, Isaac. No, Mia. Isaac. Mia should be here by now. Where is she? Alright, well, chill out, I guess. Haha! Too soon, I guess. Whoa, okay, there we go. So, yeah, so here we are in this, like, pseudo-puzzle of sorts where you have to kind of get over here and then make your way up. Now, I know the path, left, right, left, right, yada, yada, yada. But that's the point of the snowman. If I go here, if there was no snowman, I would be pushed all the way to the side, and I wouldn't be able to get to the door that is above me. And inside of that door is something very, very important. And let me just kind of make sure that I am doing what I want to do here with what I have. Ah, there we go. All right, found it. Ready? In we go. And we meet the Djinn Fever. Wrap a foe in feverish delusion. Our first offensive fire Djinn. 30 power, and then of course it inflicts delusion onto an enemy, which is kind of like it's like a blind of some sort. Like you can't hit it and things like that. So, or it can't hit you. So the Djinn is on Garrett. We can go on in here to set it, and Garrett will then power up to a soldier. Look at that stat increase. That is awesome. Lots of HP. Attack goes up pretty well. Defense doesn't really go up by much, but at least his agility goes up, which is phenomenal. So, Soldier Boy it is. So we have a knight, we have a soldier, and we have a magician. What a motley crew of guys. But at least they all have their set Djinn on them, set elemental Djinn. Which again, as I said, in the next time, like as I start collecting stuff and everything, collecting Djinn, I'll be able to swap them around. But in any event, I'm going to end it right here. In the next episode, while we're here in Emil, we are going to go ahead and check or look at a few other things that the town has to offer, and then we will push the story forward and find out who this Mia is that this one guy really seemed to find. So, I guess if he needs to find her, so do we, I guess. Alright guys, until then, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Golden Sun. If you enjoyed what you saw, please be sure to like and comment down below, share this video with your friends, and of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. Until next time everyone, you guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.